Yerp, slime. Hey, yo, gotta get back to what I really like to do too, though. It ain't just gonna be, you know what I'm saying, revolutionary. This, what's going on with that? We gotta get back to some of these movies. Your sugar dig. This right here is, of course, a classic from Tony Todd, 1992, Candyman. This was a scary movie. This was when Cabrini Greens was still up in Chicago. This is a real classic right here. This is one of ours, you heard? Was it Wes Craven and one of them Wildcats? Yeah, Candyman. You don't know, now you know. Let's get into this, man.
And if you look in the mirror, you say his name 5 times.
In cities everywhere,
Candyman.
they whisper his name.
Right. Candyman.
It's just a story.
Candyman.
Candyman.
Just a ghost story.
Candyman.
An entire community starts attributing the daily horrors of their lives to a mythical figure.
The legend first appeared in 1819. He was attacked, mutilated, and burned to death. Poor Candyman.
Helen, a woman died in there. Leave it.
Everyone knows he isn't real.
That's modern oral folklore.
Everyone. Except Helen Lyle.
Bernadette.
It ain't safe around here. I don't scare too easy. I don't know about Ruth.
It ain't safe around here. That was a little homie Cake. He was, that was his name in the movie over there at Cabrini Green. The mayor of Chicago actually was staying in the projects like, every other month. So I'm like, we did it on the Cabrini Green live. But yeah, a lot of cultural things mixed in movies. Watch the messages now.
Me? They ain't never gonna catch him. Who? Candyman.
Who is that?
I came for you.
Do I know you?
Now she is about to discover
Helen?
Get out! Get out!
what's behind the mystery.
I'm sick.
What's behind the legend.
Listen, he's under the bed!
And most terrifying of all,
Come with me.
what's behind the mirror.
This is a dope movie. It's dealing with the ancestor of this white woman. Actually, comes out in the other films, Tony Todd or Candyman. Daniel Robitaille is actually the ancestor of this woman. He had a love affair, I guess, with slave masters or overseer's daughter. They murdered him. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember if she said he had raped her or not. But you know that old tale, Emmett Till tale. But yeah, he's actually their ancestor. He was coming back for them, and he was yanking on all his little ancestors. You heard? I mean, all his little descendants. He was taking them back to the other side with him. It was a wild movie. It's a good movie, man. They did the remake, but of course, this is what y'all need to see right here.
He's here.
Candyman. You don't have to believe. Just beware.
That's a dope movie right there. Dope movie right there. Word is born. Let's see what Tony Todd had to say about that. Rest in peace, Tony Todd, by the way, man. A great American actor. What do you call it? Thespian?
And he shall be unharmed.
It's a gothic love story at its core. This is a man that was involved with what it feels like when you have a love of your life, or it feels like the love of your life.
White girl, don't go away. That's yeah. What you talking about?
Some people go from love to love, but in Helen and Daniel's case, it was the one and only. And
Yo, this is a creepy brother. You heard? I wish he was alive. I put him in my movies. I'm writing. Yo, I want to make some. I ain't gonna lie. I want to make some black horror movies. You're better than Key and Pill. I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about. Get Out and all that.
punished for passionate love is unforgivable.
And put my revolutionary symbolism in them joints. Feel me?
Candyman had been sent to all the best schools.
This is my favorite scene when he got you know what I mean, gutted up. You heard, because he just had that iguana just like that shit. Oh man, get rid of that.
Had grown up in polite society.
Look like old boy from Pocahontas. He was like savages, savages. You heard? Like he looked like.
He had a prodigious talent as an artist.
Before the turn, he painted with a brush, and it's ironic that after all he had left was the hook, which wasn't something he chose. That was something
This is a jazzy nigga right here. Man, he cool. You could just quick say, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you a real artist.
that was done to him. They cut off his hand and stuck an impalement into him, and covered him with honey and the bees, and there you go. Sometimes it seems like in the last moment of recognition of life that you become what you last appear to be. Well, our costume designer for the first one, Leonard, I don't remember Leonard's last name, but he
Yeah, that leather, I mean, that trench coat was atrocious in the first one, but they spiffed it up in the second and third. I think all three, four ish.
designed it. He had this brilliant coat made up. I had to go to this Mexican designer down on Hyperion, who made it.
That's why it had that fur on the bottom of it. That looked real paisa.
Fitted it, and he was big on the shoes. For him, it was all about the shoes. The shoes, because his father, Daniel's father, was a shoesmith, and he wanted to give homage to that. That's why I think one of the best scenes is in the parking garage, where Helen and I first meet each other. I mean, face to face in modern time.
What's blood for, if not for shedding? With my hook for a hand.
The Bees had their own trailer, okay? I've never seen this in the history of film, okay? They had their own trailer. And he said, Tony, come in. I want you to come in here. And I said, really, man? Seriously? He says, no, you need to do it. So I went in there, and the bees are swarming all around us. And he says, no, you need to personalize them. So like, I'm not crazy. So I'm not going to tell you I know who's who, but this is Harry, and that's James, there's Stuart. They're going to be intimate friends of you, and the more you embrace them, the more they're going to think that you are their master. Okay.
The more you embrace them, the more they're gonna think that you are their master. Pay attention to that right there. That's deep. That's real psychological mind fuck shit right there. That's real life.
He covered me with phenarone, the essence that the queen bee exhibits to make her drones happy, and and then just let him. But Norman emphasized that they were all baby bees, therefore they were stingerless. And don't worry, but throughout the three of them, I got at least 27 stings.
They got his ass. That's like what they told Brandon Lee. Oh no, these are just play guns. What are you talking about? You know, blam. Long live Brandon Lee, man. I love that soundtrack, boy. You heard? Maybe a little black golf. You heard? You play guitar and all that. Y'all know at the studded belt.
Green is probably.
Well, shout out to my mom to let me watch scary ass movies as a little kid because E-Man, my boo, ain't play that shit. He sure did. Ain't couldn't watch none of this. You heard?
Was probably the most dangerous projects in all of America. And there have been some bad ones. Probably second is, I forget the name of it, was one in St. Louis that you can see on YouTube where they finally just blew it up. It was truly guerrilla filmmaking because people had to be paid in order to shoot. And the dangerous part about Cabrini, I mean, here's this
paying them GDs. Them GDs was paying them, making them pay taxes. They did that over there at Training Day too, I think.
Separate city in the middle of one of the greatest cities in America that was in and of itself. They had a grocery store that I was told that you do your shopping before 10 a.m. because after that it's no man's land. There were 5 different gang factions within Cabrini. And when you have 5
The Cobra Stones.
people that can't stand the other colors, you got constant gunfire. But on the positive side, I met a lot of single mothers who somehow
They got a window in their project. Yeah, their project is wild.
held their own and with tenacity and spirit and faith, guided their families towards some sort of correct path. And there are people that really felt, I don't know if myth becomes reality or reality becomes myth, but they felt that there was an entity called Candyman. I don't know, Bernard, I haven't been able to ask him this, and I will, whether he picked that up from somewhere, because we did this before the internet really took form, that there was an entity in Cabrini Green called the Spirit. And
That's crazy. There also was this huge black flying thing. They call it the Mothman. That was saw flying over Chicago, and this was a black dude that took a recording of this. It's definitely a dark cloud over that place, man. I think it was founded by a black man as well.
I think in the first one you see, because like for the first 45 minutes, I don't even appear. There's imposters and stuff. And that could have been closer to the reality that they were subscribing to. Helen.
Yes?
Helen.
Blonde hair, blue eye, Hellenistic Greek. Even though I heard they barely had blonde hair, blue eyes, and Helens.
Who is that?
I know there was talk after the first one that the second one was possibly going to be Virginia as the monster that she turns into at the end. And I don't know what happened with that. There were many ideas floating around. Bill was to succeed Bernard, and I don't know why Bernard didn't do it, but I think he was competent. He loved the original. Yeah, it wasn't just a hack job,
Hmm.
where as opposed to, let's say, Final Destination, where it just changes hands and there's a story.
Boop,
So
boop.
it's the same
Shots fired. Big TT.
story. No offense to Final Destination fans. Um, and he was witty and charming, and we really, really talked in depth about the backstory, and that was wonderful to me. I had already established Candyman, so he was front and center, and I think it took a while for her to feel comfortable knowing that even though she had the bulk of the story to carry, that people were coming to see Candyman, and once we got past that, it was full cylinder. But also, Virginia Veronica Cartwright was also in it. It was I was a fan of, and that was amazing to just share the space with her. And I forget the actor's name, but the gentleman who plays the professor in both the first one and the second one.
What's his name? He's the only character.
The
Michael
character,
Culkin.
Michael Culkin.
Yeah.
It was great, and how I felt comfortable that he was there. So it was sort of a true continuation, because I had to get straight in my mind why Annie was related to Caroline, and I wanted, I insisted that we do scenes of him in his former life.
Hey, yo, I love that. That also that beat right there with the piano with that do 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 do. Doom, doom. Imagine making that a drill song, you heard? But yeah, man, thank y'all for coming through. I know it been a minute, but here y'all go. You heard? Make sure y'all check that out. It's probably free somewhere. Pirate the World, then. All right, Black Light out.